and I also work for CEDAW Working Group of Indonesia to monitor and advocacy of CEDAW implementation in Indonesia. Yeah, the challenges in the context of laws in Indonesia in promoting gender equality, there is a lack of capacity and also understanding of CEDAW to legislative, judicative, and also executive, particularly in legislative. They don't know the substance of CEDAW and also the principle of CEDAW, and also they don't have capacity to use CEDAW framework or CEDAW legal indicators in lawmaking process. So sometimes they don't use CEDAW as legal framework in lawmaking process, and sometimes they also think the law that come from ratification of international convention is not the same as the domestic law, because they think this is not applicable, and this is not come from the local context. So they think different from international convention and also domestic law. Yeah, I think it is important to increase their understanding and also skill to use CEDAW as the legal framework or legal indicators in lawmaking process, and also to work together with them to review the existing law and also to make sure the draft of law that will be made by them, by the legislative, it will be comply with the CEDAW standard and principle. I will share what I have got from this workshop. I will share on how to make CEDAW legal indicators and also how to use these indicators to review the existing law, like marriage law and also domestic violence law, and also for the draft of law we can review draft of gender equality law, and also maybe we will propose a sexual violence law, and also to make sure it will be comply with CEDAW. I hope UN Women will continue to support the CEDAW network to work for monitoring. This is one of our monitoring regarding with the law in Indonesia to be complied with CEDAW. So I think after this workshop, it's better if UN Women support training or capacity building for legislative, executive, and judicative, and also involve a lot of NGOs to work on CEDAW legal review for existing law or for the draft of law that will be made by executive and legislative.
My name is Nini Rahayu. I'm from to Komnas Perempuan, the independent national human rights institution in Indonesia. My mandate is to monitoring, to develop and review for legislative to ensure that gender mechanism and gender perspective and human right to improve women human right. About the challenge to promote gender equality on legislative framework, I think there are three challenges. Firstly, how to law on lawmaking, because on of August 2011, Komnas Perempuan recorded that there are more discriminated by law and policy. There were 2007 discriminatory in the name of religion and morality. Secondly, how to law enforcement, because there are many legal enforcers doesn't have a gender perspective and human right perspective. That's why women cannot be access to justice. So how to improve the legal officer, legislator, and executive is very important. And the third is how to legal empowerment for citizenship, especially for women legal empowerment. How to make the conducive citizenship about gender equality, human rights for women, etc. And I think, in my opinion, the workshop helped us to be able to understanding how the legislation issue in Asia, how to make a policy and law more easier implementation to monitoring to evaluation by indicator CEDAW. Thank you.